morning, Mavericks. Today is Friday, February 11th. I'm Abriana with your MAVision News. Seniors, volunteer due dates are up and coming. If you want to be qualified for the Community Service Graduation Corps, you will need to log at least 100 hours before March 11th, 2022. Students, for those of you that will be 18 by March 1st, you can register to vote with your government or economics teacher. If you do not have one of those classes, sign up for Mav Time with Mrs. Lance in T006 this Friday to register. There's a game happening this weekend, the Super Bowl between the Bengals and the Rams. Our expert analysts weigh in on the matchup.
On Championship Sunday, the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Chiefs in overtime 27-24. In overtime, Patrick Mahomes threw a pick that led the Bengals to win the game.
Answer the pick, and the next play, Montana beat him with a touchdown pass to Taylor. And now they go deep down the field, and it is intercepted on the rebound by Bell. On Bell. Oh! From 31 yards, McPherson. And Cincinnati is heading to the Super Bowl.
In the second game on Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers took on the Los Angeles Rams, and the game came down to the wire with crucial production from wide receiver Cooper Kupp and the game-winning field goal by kicker Matt Gay.
Cross zone, 4 cross right here. Underneath it's Kupp. Fred. He's got it. Rams are on top. And the Rams are going to Super Bowl 56.
In this Super Bowl, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Los Angeles Rams, I think we'll see some interesting matchups. We'll see one of the best defensive lines probably the world has ever seen right now against the worst offensive line I've ever seen. And I've seen Rayburn and Pasadena offensive line play against each other, and it's just it's horrible. And I think they can pass block even better than them. They give their quarterback even more time. They take about 20 seconds to throw the ball. I mean, yeah, the wide receivers take forever to get open, but that's another story. The offensive line is horrible. I don't know how Joe Burrow has gone this far, but you know what? I think he'll pull it off. We'll also have some other interesting matchups. Jalen Ramsey versus Jamar Chase. I think that it'll be a great matchup to see how good Jamar Chase and how elite talent he is. The Super Bowl will include 2 elite quarterbacks going head-to-head in Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow. Guys, what do y'all think about this matchup? I think that Joe Burrow is a great, phenomenal talent. This is his first year going to the Super Bowl, first year playing his full season, and he's taking it to the Super Bowl. I think that nobody has ever seen anything like this before. So I think that he'll take this momentum and, I think he'll take him to a close late game.
Matthew Stafford is a very experienced quarterback. He's talent-wise top 10 quarterback of all time. Talent-wise, in my opinion. But I just, Joe Burrow has that it factor in him, and he's gonna get the job done, I think.
The it factor.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Jaden. I think Matthew Stafford is talented, but I don't think he is top 20 all time.
No, I said talent-wise, he's talented.
I know. I don't think he's that good. But he has better receivers and a good O-line and the best defense in the league. And you can do a lot of things when you have good talent around you, but Joe Burrow is going to win.
But
it's just going to happen.
One thing that I will add to that, does the Rams have a star corner in Eli Apple?
They have Jalen Ramsey, so I mean.
Eli Apple.
But who?
He's the best.
Who they? I take Eli Apple in any matchup versus any star receiver in the league. I take Eli Apple.
Jalen Ramsey's the best corner in the league.
Cooper Kupp doesn't get more than 50 yards in this game. Bold prediction. We put it in there.
Eli Apple.
Eli Apple.
Jalen Ramsey.
I don't know who that is.
Who's that?
Who they?
Jalen Ramsey.
Who they?
In the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford. I had the Bengals winning 35-28 in the big game.
Good Lord, Jaden, calm down.
I have to agree with him. I think it's going to be not that high scoring. I'm thinking 21-14 Bengals.
I don't think. I know that the Cincinnati Bengals will win this year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 56, with the score prediction of 23-17.
Watching the big game, but we may love Super Bowl food even more. Mr. Kano shows us how to make one of his favorite Super Bowl foods.
We're back with Mr. Kano, and he's going to be continuing to show us how to make his pizza, and he's still whipping up his dough.
Yeah, so like I mentioned before, if you want to do this for Super Bowl Sunday, you have to start on Thursday. Saturday, we made that pre-ferment, that biga. Now consider it Saturday, day before the Super Bowl, and you have to turn that biga into dough. I've mixed in my sponge, my pre-ferment. I want a lot of gluten. I want a strong crust. So Thursday, make your sponge. Saturday, make your dough and your toppings, and then you're ready for game day. So after 12 minutes of mixing on the mixer, I'm going to knead it by hand about 10-15 times, let it rest so that gluten can relax, and then do it one more time. And I'm just incorporating air into the dough at this point.
I'm here with Mr. Kano, and it is day 3. All the pizza is basically done baking, and he's going to be showing us the toppings for all the pizza.
So if you want to come check out the toppings that I'll be doing, here we're going to go classic tomato sauce, mozzarella. We're going to be having some chorizo, serrano peppers, and a potato that I had there that was kind of on its way out. Right now I'm just going to season it. So I'm just doing oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper, and just some paprika for a little bit of sweetness and smokiness. So you want to put this in the oven. It takes 9 minutes to bake if you follow this process. So that way you can calculate when your guests are going to arrive. And if you want to have a pizza ready for them, when they walk in the door, you hand them a slice of all that work you've been putting in. So before you do your dough, you make sure you want to get it out of the refrigerator for at least 15 to 20 minutes. That'll kind of help it come to room temperature, and it makes it easier to stretch. You want to have a floured surface. And the reason I'm using toasted flour is because home ovens don't get high enough to cook the flour through. Round shape. Transfer it, lightly dust the top. And then I'm going to be using 3 motions. I'm going to press and extend, then I'm going to lift it up and switch it back and forth between each hand, and gravity will pull it as I'm flipping it between hands, helping it also stretch, and then I'll do my final pull, which is just with my knuckles. So I'll start with the press and stretch, press, stretch, rotate, press, stretch, press, stretch, press, stretch. And this is already creating a crust for me, right? So now I'm going to go in the center, press, stretch, press, stretch. Once it's about the size of my hand, I'm ready to move on to my next motion, which is the back and forth. So not only am I switching it from one hand to another, my palm is also doing that, so it twists, and that's what makes it stretch out evenly as gravity is pulling the weight of my dough down. At this point, it should be twice the size of my hand. You can see that? And then the final one is I'm going to put the pizza, I'm going to kind of lift it up, put it over my closed hand, and then just with my knuckles give it that final stretch. Just like that. All right. It's a small investment, but I highly recommend it. Get yourself a pizza stone at home. Pizzas should be cooked at 650 degrees and higher. And the best way to do that in home ovens, which we usually only go to 550, is to have a stone in there heating up for at least 45 minutes before you bake it. Then quickly put your toppings on. This stone is so hot that the bottom of the crust is already cooking, which is what I want to give me that nice, crispy, strong, chewy bottom. I'm just spreading it out, leaving about an inch margin border where my crust will be. For this one, I'm going to go with chorizo first because I want the tomato flavor to mix in with the chorizo. And then I'll do cheese. I don't want clumps of cheese, so I'm working counterclockwise. And then finally, we're going with our potatoes, which is acting kind of like pepperoni. And for some color and for a little bit of spice, I'm going to go with some serrano slices. So the reason I take time to distribute everything kind of in a circular motion is that I want each slice of pizza, when I cut it, to include every single one of those ingredients. Slide your pizza in the oven. Set a 7-minute timer. And don't open the door. What we want is that high heat to be trapped in there. If you get curious and you start looking, you're lowering the temperature of the oven, and then your crust won't get to that consistency and that chewiness that we're looking for. So we'll see you in 7 minutes. Yeah, so you want to wait about 2-3 minutes before cutting your pizza. You want to give the cheese time to kind of cool down just enough so it won't be a mess when you cut it. And then just cut yourself a slice, share it with your friends, and watch the game. Here we go. Y'all can have a slice. All right. Have a slice.
Hey, give me. You gotta cheers.
Wait, cheers.
No, we're gonna cheers. Cheers.
Okay, ready?
My eyes are watering.
Looks so good.
God, this is so good. This is the best pizza I've ever had in my whole entire life. You can taste everything. Oh my god.
It's like a morning breakfast taco for Mexicans, but on pizza.
Last bite.
Oh, I think you can buy it. You just tried those.
Ew. Okay.
The Maverick basketball team faced the Dobie Longhorns at home Tuesday. Here's more from the game.
I got a real ambition for this cash. 13 years old with a box stash. I'm always up to something. This giz I got my skinny sagging. I told that giz I with a passion. I told that giz I with a passion. And I took a whole lot of cause I can bag it. Yes, up there. My heart cold. My last name Moncler. My pockets fat swole. No, I don't eat pearls. Ain't trapping, ain't dead. Eating just queer. I'm sipping color purple syrup. Ballin' hard just like the beard. Yeah, and Larry Bird. I know you heard. 10 toes never in no hurry. I call shots, you heard. Money talking, what's the word?
Valentine's Day is Monday. Not sure what to get your favorite people? We got you covered.
Oh, you look malnourished. Let's get some bread, fried an egg, yolk, and drown it in syrup. You pick a spot, I pick a tail number, and we could be tourists. Let's go to Cannes and watch a couple indie movies that you never heard of. Listen to bands, groove when we dance, disco in France, smell some perfume, head in the wind. We can switch off, I can show you how you can really exfoliate skin. If you got a man, you should cut it off, get your passport, cause we run it off. We can sit and talk, you can tell me everything that's on your chest, baby, get it off. You are my type, you a bright light, and I'm like a moth, this is not a game. But before we start...
Tweet of the day comes from Mike, and he tweeted bike riding type of day. If you would like to be tweet of the day, follow us at PMHS_MAVision. That's all we have for you today, Mavs. Happy National Make a Friend Day. Bye.
Keep my love.